What up, Long Beach? Welcome back to GazetteSports.com and the Press Telegram. It's Mike, and this CIF basketball highlight is brought to you by Naples Rib Company, the perfect place to cater your next team event. Open Division quarterfinals, Long Beach Poly at Troy, two of the top teams in Southern California. We've got a good one on hand tonight. Kiana Smith and the Warriors hoping to pull off an upset against the Jackrabbits, who are looking for a big game from their posts, specifically Jasmine Jones, pictured, and Ayanna Clark. Warriors do get out to a lead as the Poly offense looking pretty shaky until, that is, Yanni Clark came in, at which point the game immediately flipped midway through the first quarter. Not many matchups for the USC commit. That's her first possession on the floor. She draws the foul. Junior, obviously such a physical player, but also skilled with the ball. And hey, if the football team needs a quarterback, she's available. You can see just obviously from a couple minutes of video the sizable advantage Poly had inside, so that was their game plan. For the Warriors, they knew they needed to knock down big shots, and for them it was Naomi Hunt who was more than willing to knock down some huge shots in the first half. She had a phenomenal first 16 minutes of basketball. She's going to send her team to the locker room with a 7-point lead, 31-24, just 16 minutes away from pulling off a pretty big upset of the Jackrabbits. But it was more of the same for Poly. Steady diet inside, whether that was because of passing or rebounding. 21-16 for Yanni Clark. Deja Jackson with the hesitation move. Hunt working hard for Troy, though. And at one point, the Warriors go up by 7 points late in the third quarter, I guess I should say. But Poly's climbing back. Deja on the Euro step, I guess in Europe perhaps it's Deja Jackson. It was a move so good it not only forces a timeout by Troy, but it's also going to get the boys team in the stands doing imitations, perhaps for their next playoff game. And 20 on the spot. Kyra Brady gets a 10 for degree of difficulty on that one. She's almost horizontal, parallel with the ground when she let it go. And here is when this really flipped, because Poly's tying back, and then there's this little tie-up, and Jackson and Clark are going to tell Jazzy J, when they come for you, I will shield your name. You don't want to wake a sleeping giant. I think anyone that's watched Long Beach sports knows something like that can really spark one of our local teams, especially Long Beach Poly, such a passionate fan base, as well as the teams. And the Jackrabbits really came out with a fire after that, and put this thing away a couple minutes later. On the first possession, Jackson with the three, and then another deep ball from Clark. It's going to lead to Jones on the cleanup. She had 14 and 14. Jackson, Puerto Rico Day Parade floating, 14 points for the senior guard. In a big-time performance, you see Poly up by 8. You had the 3 Gs. We had a great game, a great crowd, and a great win for Poly. Really a fantastic night of girls basketball as Troy makes a great game of it, but Poly, the number 1 seed in the Open Division bracket, able to prevail and will advance to Saturday's semifinal against Windward. We'd like to thank our newest sponsor, Long Beach Transit. Their Route Number 1 now stops at Cal State Dominguez Hills, South Bay Pavilion, and the StubHub Center, home of your LA Galaxy. Poly will be home Saturday night at 7 p.m. against Windward. We will be there with the coverage of that and everything else Long Beach sports in the playoffs.